viewers. We will now, also in partnership with NDMO in disaster management, we now Mr. Sanaka Samarashina.
The Honourable Minister for Rural and Maritime Development, Disaster, Honourable Ines Ratu, the United Nations Resident Coordinator, the CEO of Batam Council, senior government officials that are here today, the permanent secretaries, the commissioners, the divisional heads and your teams, invited guests, ladies and gentlemen. Can I begin by saying a very good morning, Malombola in Zolobina. It's so nice to be here in Ba. It's so nice to come and visit our family and relatives here in Ba. Wherever you are here today. And also to meet government officials that have been working hard throughout the year, working hand in hand with the Ministry of Health and with the leadership of the Honourable Prime Minister in keeping our country COVID contained. And I stand here at about more than 180 days since we've had the last case of COVID-19 in the community. And we are very grateful that we have all worked together to be able to achieve this. As the Honourable Minister has alluded to, there are many countries around the world and many people around the world that are looking to us and asking and probing on how we've been able to do this. And we've been able to do it because we've had effective leadership by the Honourable Prime Minister and the team, and also by those on the ground. And those are the same sentiments that I have as we launch this LTD campaign today here in Ba. Leptospirosis, typhoid, dengue, and diarrheal diseases is always an issue that we face in the Ministry of Health. And we are very grateful that we are launching this together with our important stakeholders from other government ministries, the Ministry of Regional Development, and the others that are represented today, because we need their support to be able to contain this. We need also their support to be able to fight this in the community. If I can recall the birth of this notion, to use this National Disaster Awareness Week as a new platform to advocate for proactive actions against LTDDs was born during our response and recovery phase after the devastation brought about by TC Herald. During that very difficult and tumultuous time, in March, April, and May, I keep on remembering those difficult times when we sat every day, the Honourable Prime Minister, from Monday to Monday, including Sundays, we would sit together and we would discuss ways in which we can be able to protect this nation from the effects of both COVID-19 and TC Herald. And I also remember the way that the government officials and other stakeholders were able to plan, strategize, and go out into the community to support those who've been affected by TC Herald in the lockdowns that we've had. We had a period of time, about 5 days, in which we had lockdowns in both Suva and Lautoka. And I'm very grateful when I look back now in retrospect that those important definitive actions were done then. And that was the birth of the idea of being able to continue to work together in health and also in disaster management. As I've alluded to, this continuing collaborative effort that we've started from way before and strengthened recently from the work that we've done together with government agencies and civil society organizations is a testament of the government's intent on investing its resources to ensure that the health and well-being of its people continues to be the focus and at the center of its development plans, especially in terms of disaster risk reduction. Ladies and gentlemen, the relationship between natural disasters and communicable diseases is well understood, and the risk for outbreak is often presumed to be very high in the chaos that follows natural disasters. This morning I was reading an article in which the WHO specialist on epidemics, Dr. Mike Ryan from the United Kingdom, pointed out that with COVID-19 it's going to be a difficult time in Europe and in the Americas, because in the Northern Hemisphere this is the winter season, and this is also the time where COVID-19 can be at its worst. Whilst here in the southern hemisphere, where Fiji is, it is like a hot climate. It is also the time of rain. It's a time of cyclones. And this is a time when we will experience leptospirosis, typhoid, and dengue. So we have to realize that to an extent, climate change is pushing the effects onto its the health aspects, and we need to be able to work together. As I've said, the 1st of January this year, we've continued to work together in this regard. 1,259 leptospirosis cases were found, and 50% of them were in the Central Division. 25% were in the North, and 20% in the West, and 5% in the Eastern Division. Importantly, we've had 21 cases in the intensive care units, and 18 lives in total have succumbed to leptospirosis this year. There was a total of more than 4,000 dengue cases, 40% of them in the Central Division, 37% in the North, 21% here in the West, and 2% in the Eastern Division. There were 4 ICU admissions and 3 lives were lost to dengue this year. For typhoid, there were 233 cases, and then there have been also 2 that have passed away because of typhoid. These numbers are alarming and depressing, a reflection of what we face because of the challenges that we have, as I said before, with climate-sensitive diseases. But we all have a part to play. We all have to practice individual responsibility. One thing's for certain, at the latitude of 17.7134 degrees south and the longitude of 178.065 degrees east lies our beautiful nation. And this location will never change for the next millennium. Because of our unique location, we are very vulnerable. We cannot change our coordinates. We are bound to experience natural disasters such as floods, cyclones, droughts, and other extreme weather events in almost everywhere. And as we embark in this National Disaster Awareness Week, I'm calling on everyone, on all citizens, residents of our beloved nation, to mobilize your communities, your villages, your settlements, your schools, our business houses, to clean our compounds, to reduce the sources of leptospirosis, typhoid, dengue, and diarrheal diseases. That is the basic message. The simple act of maintaining our compound clean, free from rubbish or waste, goes a long way in ensuring that we do not allow disease-causing organisms that causes leptospirosis, typhoid, and dengue to breed or live amongst us. As much as how information goes viral on social media platforms, let's make this act or habit of cleaning our compound go viral. Let us advocate and preach the importance of having a clean compound, not only for a short while, but for the entirety of our God-given years on this planet. And also in regards to COVID-19, let's ensure that we continue to clean our hands, have personal and hand hygiene, and also continue to practice social distancing. Having said that, I wish this National Disaster Awareness Week the very best, especially in advocating for people to take action against the diseases that I've alluded to, and I hereby have the pleasure of launching the commencement of the actions against LTD campaign. I want to finish by saying something to you, Mba, today. Today, as I speak in Baliwuto, the Fiji Emergency Medical Assistance Team is setting up a camp surgical hospital for our people in Mba. If you've got some disease that needs to be operated on, please make your way to Baliwuto. Your Ministry of Health is there to look after you. Now,